Police were looking for Joaquin Ortega on October 28th, and less than 30 seconds after finding him, APD officer Brian Pitzer started shooting. Just minutes before Brian Pitzer fired on Joaquin Ortega, the 911 call started coming in.
The silver car just almost ran a bunch of people off the road.
His girlfriend told police Ortega had been snorting Xanax and drinking before he got into his silver Honda Civic. He crashed into a light pole at Central and Washington, then allegedly robbed a 76-year-old woman and her grandson. Then they say he pulled a gun on someone else, demanding a ride.
He pulled out a gun and he's walking on Central right now.
As Officer Pitzer caught up with him near Nob Hill, he yelled out orders.
Get to your hands, bro! Get to your hands!
Ortega started running and somewhere near the muffler shop tossed his gun.
Foot chase. 10 through there.
8 shots were fired. Days later, Interim Chief Banks said Ortega never fired on Pitzer, despite witness statements in the criminal complaint.
The officer perceived a threat to himself and perceived the threat to the community, so he took the actions that he felt necessary at the time.
Attorney Rachel Higgins, who represents a man Pitzer shot in a different incident, questions why Pitzer fired.
Mr. Pitzer knew there was no more weapon in play and proceeded to shoot Mr. Ortega 6 times. As Mr. Ortega ran away from him.
APD wouldn't return calls for comment. Ortega is facing charges of armed robbery, aggravated assault, and child abuse. Back to you.
Okay, Tina, Officer Brian Pitzer has been in the news before. He has 2 federal lawsuits pending against him. The city recently settled a 3rd lawsuit with a man who said Pitzer and another officer kicked him in the face. That was settled for $60,000. Tonight, the Albuquerque City Council